Alrighty, guys. So bit of an awkward moment here is I I was gonna level my priest up a bit, and I sit here in a 26-minute queue now. And I'm honestly surprised because outside of Thursday, I didn't really have longer than like maybe a 2-minute queue, and I think that was on Friday. And then didn't have a queue at all for the rest of Friday. Didn't have a queue with Saturday, Sunday, or yesterday. Like the day, like basically the weekend, I expected potentially a couple hour queues, or something. But there was nothing. So I'm a bit confused as to why there's a queue on a Tuesday. Basically 4 p.m. Pacific time. My brain goes to maybe it's a lockout thing. You got all the raiders getting on the East Coast to do some raiding, but BFD has 3-day lockouts. So looking at my calendar here, it was released Thursday. A lot of people did BFD on Thursday. I shouldn't say a lot. Like the really sweaty ones did it on Thursday somehow. Like, kudos to them. And that would have been Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that shit would have unlocked Sunday. I guess so I don't know. Maybe it's all the raiders. Maybe a lot of them raided it on like Friday or Saturday, and now it's open for them. Maybe that's it. So maybe it's just a bunch of people trying to raid at 7 o'clock on the East Coast or something. But yeah. So I guess at this point, we're probably just gonna watch some Season of Discovery shit, and kind of, I guess, find out some more of that. Which I mean, let's I guess start looking at some stuff. Let me see if I can find anything for the next 20 some odd minutes here. We're just gonna do some YouTube searching here of Season of Discovery. See what's useful. Here we have a video from Sarth. That seems, excuse me, interesting. Ooh, every add-on. This is 6 days ago. That could be good. That's 8 days ago. That has no relevance currently. Okay, here we go. From Hammer Dance, it talks about Waylaid supplies. Apparently, it unlocks our best rune. Ooh, there's a gold farming guide. That's probably fucked already because that's 4 days ago. Anyways, let's see if any of these are gonna be pretty good. Find the thing. Alrighty. Boom. Let's turn up the volume here. Here we go. Let's back it up.
And if you want to know some different ways of getting a little bit of a leg up when entering into this.
Alright, hold on. Let me update a quick little message here. Waiting in server queue. About 20 minutes. Let's throw this bad boy up here. I'm gonna unlock it. Oh, wrong one. Is it this one? We're gonna unlock. Yeah, there we go. I edited the wrong one, but that's fine. We're just gonna put you in the corner, and we're gonna be happy with that. Boom. Let's do this.
Then I've got you covered. Maybe you want to know some of the most insane gold making methods that you can do at level 25, or you might want some tips on how to level quickly.
Okay, this is going to be kind of a all of the above. Very nice. Yeah, that shit's annoying. Cool.
to start off right away with what might be the highest gold per hour farm in the entire game at this level. And this one
All
is going
right.
to be exclusively to Horde, so you can only do
Oh,
it on
wow.
Horde, but head over
Screw
to
me.
the southeastern region of Hillsbrad Foothills.
That sucks.
Here you're going to find a keep that has these mobs
There
called
we go.
Dun-Garok Riflemen. You're just going to want to kill a ton of these until they drop Humbert's Helm. This is a BOE
Oh,
helm with
shit.
7 agility and 8 stamina. That is the freebest and best helm in the entire game that we know of outside of the new raid for every single melee DPS. And
Holy shit.
this means that everyone wants to get one of these. So if you can
So does that mean it's impossible
sell them on the auction house,
unless you're Horde?
just that. Go and sell them on the neutral auction house. So that
Oh, yeah, the neutral auction house. That makes sense. Oh, shit. Looks like Alliance character creation is currently restricted on Crusader Strike. Not surprising.
all of the Alliance players will buy them. They literally cannot defeat these mobs for themselves because they're friendly to Alliance. So all Horde players head out here and farm these non-stop the early weeks, and you will be able to sell these for a ton of gold.
What about us, Alliance?
Launches in the very early on sessions
No.
when you're first playing the game. Make sure
Damn.
to set up characters on every single one of the realms that
Nice.
you might
Very
want to
nice.
play on. That's because Blizzard came out and said to counter faction imbalance, like a server being 99% Horde and 1% Alliance, they might actually lock servers.
You know, I'll be curious to see if this affects botting at all, right? Because if they're locked, then if enough bots get banned, right? But then if they get banned, their account, they're removed from the server. They could just make more. Never mind for the same faction, right? Because it'd be like, oh, we banned 100 bots. There's 100 bots open in this faction. So I mean, never mind. It's not gonna do shit.
And not allow you to make a character on that realm. Well, if you already have a character on that realm of each respective faction, then you will always be able to create more characters of that faction.
Really?
Key realms,
That makes sense because every time I've had this beautiful message here of Alliance character creation is currently restricted, I've been able to make Alliance characters. Okay. That makes more sense now.
you cannot create both an Alliance and a Horde character.
Yeah, I kind of wish I could.
Just
Oh
in
well.
case you ever want to one day make another character on that realm. Or if you have a second account, then just log on to that and create the other faction, and you're absolutely set. Right as you log into the game, you're going to want to get ahead of the pack. There's going to be thousands of people logging in at one time, and a ton of them are fighting for the same monsters that you are. So
Oh, yeah.
there's a few ways that you can get through these early zones.
Yeah, no, it's been a kind of a clusterfuck, honestly. Some areas better than others. I've noticed a lot of areas have thinned out, obviously. It's been almost a week, so it's not as packed, like, at all. Like, it is significantly better. Like, it's really nice. Obviously, that is going to make some of the group quests a bit more difficult to find people for, but I've seen plenty of people that have been playing since release, and they're only like 10 or level 10 or 12. So I don't think it'll be an issue anytime soon, hopefully. Which would be nice because I want to get my priest up at least to a similar level to my paladin, and same with, well, I don't know. I might give up on the druid. We'll see. Maybe I'll throw a warlock in there just so I can roll around in that meta form, even though I have no urge to tank.
Pretty quickly so that you can be out exploring the world and finding these new discoveries as well as reaching 25 a lot faster than everyone else. The first thing you're going to want to do, and this is kind of against what most players love to do, is actually group up with other people. Specifically, you want to do this whenever there is a kill quest.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because everyone can get on an exact spawn location.
I just wish you could make bigger groups for the kill quests. Like, because it'd be so cool to have, like, raid groups to do this shit. And it actually count for the quest. Because it sucks having, like, your full party of 5, and then another full party of 5, and then, like, a party of 3 or something on the side. And you have, like 13 people at least, right? Competing for like the 5 mobs that spawn. And sometimes they hyper spawn, and other times it takes 5 minutes for them to fucking spawn. But yeah, it'd be great if we could have raid-sized parties just to make things easier for this.
Or a respawn location of one.
Granted, it also sucks when it's not a kill quest and it's like loot 12 bandanas or some shit. And it's like, great, I can party up and we could probably get more tags and more kills. But at the same time, when that bandana drops after killing 6 and you can't loot it and somebody else gets it, it also sucks because you're not going really probably any faster than you would have been before. If you might even be going slower.
One of the enemies that is gonna.
So it would be cool if it drops, everybody could loot it. Like, that would be amazing. I'd group up for fucking everything. Granted, you know, your EXP is going to be split, and you're not going to be getting as much EXP, so that's going to suck. And then you're going to run out of... Yeah.
Gonna spawn, and this will drastically increase the amount of time that it takes for you to complete these quests. So make sure that you group up with people early on. I know it's hard-headed. A lot of times we want to just be like, I'm doing this myself. It is so much faster to just group up with people for the kill quest, and then just split up whenever there's something like collecting any items from mobs on.
It's true. It's true. It just sucks that then the EXP you lose for doing that, unfortunately. You have to make it back in some other ways, right? Whether that be grinding mobs or trying to do more higher level quests. Granted, at least the path for me as a human seemed to be the entirety of Elwyn Forest, a good chunk of Westfall, then going to Lochmadon, one of those. Basically doing all the quests there, and then coming back to Westfall. And by that point, I was about level 18, and I could do some dire maul groups and some dungeons, probably to 25. Probably don't have to worry about any other quests, honestly, as long as you can find people that aren't going 20 plus only for this group, 25 plus only for this group, which is fucking stupid. Granted, it depends, right? Deadmines 18, I feel like is a good level. Like 18 and up, that's fine. Shadowfang Keep, yeah, you're gonna want 20 plus, you know. Welling Caverns, I'm not sure, honestly. But yeah.
And since we're fighting against other people to try to hit an enemy, first, what you want to have is a targeting macro and an attack macro. All in one, actually.
Yeah, but you also want to be like a hunter who has range, good fucking range, and basically instant cast spells. So if you're melee, get fucked. If you're a caster that doesn't have an instant spell, get fucked. Is basically where that's at, though.
Just one macro that will slash.
Cast Sinister Strike. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Rogues who have the that teleport behind nothing personal attack. Oh, I fucking hate that. Because you're like, oh, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this mob. This is the last one I need, or something like that. And then, boom, rogue out of nowhere. It's like, son of a bitch.
Target whatever you need to kill, and it will attack them instantly. So macro...
I'm going to probably butcher this, but yo, NG Under, what up?
Attack into every one of the macros, and I would personally just put it on scroll wheel. I also have a tendency to add in this little line right here. What this does is it puts a marker on the target, so if something is, say, spawned within a cave and not near myself,
oh, that's cool.
Marker and be able to run into the cave and defeat it very easily. What happens when you make it out of the starting zone, but there's still way too many
Just call you 5? All right, that works for me.
people
How you doing?
to even complete a quest? Well, abuse layers. That's right, if you get invited by someone on a different layer, they might actually have a completely open world.
Holy shit, that's a lot of add-ons.
Near you, so that you can just actually complete all of the quests very quickly, and you'll even start.
Dude, just tells me I need more add-ons. I think I have a video that he recommends add-ons for. I'll have to watch that. That's good. I'm doing okay. Just, you know, sitting in a queue. I think I have about 12 minutes now. So, just waiting on that queue, honestly. Oh, thanks for the follow, man. Oh.
Bogged down trying to fight over spawns. The best way to do this is to join a guild and to have the add-on Nova World Buffs. If you have this, you can check for all of the guild layers and you can
Holy
see
shit.
on a different layer. Or ask in guild, just say anything off of layer 3 or layer 6. I expect there to be a ton on launch, and early on what can get you on a really free layer is when someone creates a character maybe 30 minutes to an hour after you created your character. If they just started, then they'll probably be on one of the newer layers. And the best way to help you with your leveling
Yeah, I need that add-on.
to level quickly, or to just know what to do in every situation, to know where you can do some of the skips, or to know where any of the new runes are as soon as that gets discovered, then I would always suggest you pick up Rested XP. You don't need to use the hardcore version of this add-on, but I would.
Isn't it caught? Don't you have to pay for that, though?
It is just so nice to be able to
I'll have to make note. Rest of the XP. Dude, that would actually be nice. I could just turn my brain off.
Or any of the new quests, so you get to experience all of those things yourself, but any of the old world content that you might want to blast through, you can just get through really easily as long as you follow the guide. You can grab it from the link in the description, but always be aware this is a paid guide.
Oh, okay.
You get a little bit of a kickback for this, so it's kind of a plug, but I genuinely actually believe in it.
Well,
The guide is so
I'll have to look to see how expensive it is then.
everyone pretty much either uses this or Zygor, so just choose whichever you want if you want a guide yourself to help you on your leveling experience. As you're leveling, it can be a huge waste of time to return to your trainer every 2 levels, because you might not get access to any abilities that actually help you with
Yeah, that does suck.
Instead, you should download
Holy shit, really?
training. This will just let you look right here in your spell book
Holy
and tell
shit.
what you're getting at every.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Wait, I think I have literally... Right? No. Actually, I don't have a video open for that. Oh, shit. What's training? Okay. Yeah, that'd be fucking great.
Every single leveling bracket. So you know beforehand if you need to head back to your trainer to get a new main spell that will help you with your leveling process, or if you can wait a few more levels until you need to go back to the trainer, since it's quite a long run for most people. But one thing that can make that run a lot faster is to batch your Hearthstones. Batching Hearthstones
Wait,
is
what?
basically getting 2 Hearthstones out of 1. Where if you're
How?
moving to a new zone to start leveling, you can have your Hearthstone set at your old zone and then just talk to the innkeeper in the new zone you just arrived in. Now use the hearth, and as soon as the spell is about to go off, just click accept to change where your hearth is. You will teleport to your old location and your hearth will now be set at that new location. Basically, it allows you to do the teleport, but your next teleport will be back to that new location. This is doubling down on hearthing, and it can make traveling the world a lot faster.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
To do this will actually be suggested within Rested XP. I didn't plan that out, but it will actually tell you.
Dude,
how
that's
to do
great.
it really well, in case that's going to be extremely helpful for you.
I'm gonna have to do that.
If your bags start getting a little full, all you need to do is log out once and create a bank character. Then just make sure to log into that once and log back out, and now you can go to the mailbox and send things to them indefinitely. This will allow you to have infinite bag space early on, and it is also a really easy way for you to have access to an auction house early on if you decide to run that bank all
Oh, yeah.
your main.
I really should park my druid at the bank.
If you will be able to afford anything you want as you're leveling up, then I would highly suggest picking up the profession skinning. And all you do is actually vendor the skins and the hides you found.
You see, I've been hearing skinning's not really been making a lot of money, but that could just be because it's super low level. It just doesn't really seem worth it.
And it will give you enough silver and gold eventually to be able to afford anything on your leveling journey. But if you want to make even more gold with the profession, then early on any single server launch, the best way to make gold from a profession is to learn wands early. If you can create wands in an auction house or in
Yeah.
that for a
I should have done that.
silver
Damn.
quickly. So to do this, you have to learn and level up enchanting to learn how to craft wands, and then just
Get ready for the holidays.
I hate ads, man.
Dominate the auction house. One thing most people are going to overlook is the
8 more minutes.
buff that you can get actually 3 days into launch. December 3rd, for the entire week, we will have access to the Dark Moon Fair. This will give
Really?
10% increased damage, which is absolutely huge. So if you can grab this, it will massively help your leveling speed for the next 2 hours.
Holy shit.
Just head outside of Stormwind or Thunderbluff, and you
Well,
can actually let me know
I missed that.
where it should be, but make sure to pick up this buff as often as you can. And lastly, if you're Horde or Alliance, this is probably the best way to make a ton of gold early on, because this is the absolute best way to farm the rarest and strongest BOE items for any character that you can sell on the auction house.
Okay.
It's gonna be to farm Razor Fen Crawl. In the Southern Barrens,
Okay.
Razor Fen Crawl is the highest level dungeon that we pretty much have access to.
Are you a hunter?
The best thing here is
You
that
look like a
there's
hunter.
crazy amount of insane twink items or pre-base items or even best in SWAT items that can drop randomly off any of the mobs. Now these have insanely low drop chances, so you're gonna be here farming a ton, but if you get something to drop like a Mantle of Thieves, you just hit the gold mine. Every single person playing this game is going to want to buy that from you, and you can make an absolute...
I can only think of a few classes that could probably solo this. Obviously Hunter. I feel like Warlock, especially with the meta rune. Rogue might be able to pull it off, but I think all the mobs are going to be too close together. Maybe a druid with bear because of rejuve and stuff. God help you if you're a clothy though. No, actually no. Mages could Frost Nova, and then they could just heal themselves. Living Flame. Though I don't think I could do it with my Paladin. I definitely can't do it with the Priest I'm leveling up. Maybe I'll have to make a class just to farm shit. Okay.
Absolute killing on the auction house, selling these things, and have enough gold to actually even probably buy your epic mount once you hit level 60. And if you have any more questions or want to know more about your class or what to expect or what you should be doing...
Okay. Do I care about this next one? Okay, yeah. Best runes, huh?
Now, and we've gotten the lay of the land. We've figured out some really important...
Lower you a bit. There we go. Dude, this system sucks. I can only carry one. Who thought it was a good idea to carry one supply unit? Supposedly they patched it so you can carry multiple, like, fulfilled orders, but I don't know how you, like, I feel like if you have a fulfilled order, you would just turn it in. Like, why are you going to carry multiples? And more often than not, you're not going to be able to loot one and just be like, oh, I can fulfill it right away. This is totally meaningful. No, you're going to have the one, at least as my experience, I have the one, and then I'm not going to go back to a main city to turn it in. And unfortunately, in the meantime, I'll come across multiples that I can't pick up, and then I'll turn it in. And then when I don't have one, I never get one to drop. So I hate that it's... I just wish they'd make it so you could carry as many as you want, honestly.
You're soon going to realize that it's extremely important in the development of your character. So without further ado, guys, let's dive in. So, waylaid supply crates are basically a drop that's going to be dropping off of mobs out in the world, out in the dungeons, pretty much wherever you are. And there's two levels of them. There's level 10 waylaid supply crates, which are going to be your brilliant small fish ones, your copper bars, your copper swords, your healing potions, your light leather crates.
So I've just been getting the shit ones. Oh, shit, 25.
Your bruise weed, your silver bars, your minor mana oils, your
Okay.
spy glasses, your medium leather. There is a ton of them, and I'm going to show you all of them right now.
Okay.
So here on screen,
What I'm curious about, does the level 25 ones give us more EXP? Because right now, I think an unfulfilled order gives like 110 EXP. And you need like, because I've heard that a lot. Like each class has a rune that's locked behind like getting it to honored. So if you need 9,000 EXP and you divide that by 110, because who has the money to fulfill these? You need 81 of these. So yeah, so that's 81 times where you have to run back and forth to a major city each time you get one to drop because they don't stack. I would like to think if they have it broken down to a level 25, I would imagine like unfulfilled would hopefully just double the rep, which means if you can get a level 25 one, maybe you only need to do that 40 times. But then I assume that you're not always going to get level 25 supply drops. You can get level 10 ones, because that just seems like something they do. But maybe like if you're fighting level 20 pluses, you only get 25 supply drops.
These are the level 10 waylaid supply crates. We have brilliant small fish, brown linen pants, brown linen robes, copper bars, copper short swords, embossed leather vests, hand-stitched leather belts, and so on and so forth. I won't read all of these, but basically what these are is an item you're going to pick up off of a mob out in the world or in a dungeon, and you can either fill this crate with the required items that it's asking for, or you can turn it in without filling it. Now, upon turning it in, you're going to get a small amount of silver or gold.
Yes, it's mostly just like 1 silver.
Part about this is the reputation.
Holy shit, you got 20? Must have been 20. Oh, it's 25. Okay.
25 ones. But there is a catch, right? You can't just keep handing in the level 10 waylaid supply crates, because you're probably sitting there thinking, okay, I'm going to just go farm mobs in Elwyn, get these to drop, hand them in, farm more, hand them in, and do it, super fast like that.
Oh yeah,
You can't
totally.
abuse this system because the level 10 crates are only going to get you to friendly. After
Really?
that, you rely on the level 25
What the
crates,
fuck,
which are
man?
a little bit more pricey to fill. Now, these are going to be things consisting of like bronze bars, bruised weed, dark leather cloaks, elixir of firepower, goblin devil.
They really hate people, don't they?
You guys can see right here on the screen. These are a little
This is an ass system.
so really what I've been doing is to get to friendly, every single time you pick up a waylaid supply crate, Hearth to Stormwind or Ironforge or Ogremar, wherever your hearth is, fill the crate from the auction house. You can buy these items on the auction house and then fill
That requires you having the money to do so.
without filling it up isn't really worth it unless it's extremely expensive to fill the crate.
Okay.
It's just outrageous and you don't have the money to fill it, just hand in the crate as it is, and I think you'll get anywhere between 1 to 200 reputation.
110
silver. Honestly,
and 1 silver,
them
at least for level 10s.
go about this as long as the items aren't super expensive. The gold reward that you're getting from this is not that big, but the reputation is what we really want to focus on here. And the reason why this reputation is so incredibly important is because you're going to get access to your best rune.
Oh,
for most
okay.
classes.
Let's see. Beckoning light. Beckoning light. I think that's the paladin taunt. Let's see. Anything? I'm not gonna tank, so I don't give a shit. Druid skull bash. I don't care. Priest. I'm not quite sure about that one. Looking at this, I don't think I actually care. Oh, hey, look at that. We're on. Okay, we're gonna finish up this video, and then we will actually play the game.
Some of these runes
But yeah.
are the best in slot, but for most classes they are, like the rune
Which
of
class?
Single-Minded Fury for Warrior.
Okay,
This
well,
is the only
that
way
makes sense.
to get this rune. You have to get to Honored Reputation with the Azeroth Commerce Authority or the Horde counterpart, and that's how you're going to be able to buy this rune. And if
Okay.
for Shamans, we have Healing Rain, Warlocks get Everlasting Affliction.
None of the classes I'm playing.
Paladins, Arcane
Oh,
Surge,
Beacon of Light. Oh shit! If you want to be a paladin healer, which I'm toying with the idea, then fuck. Okay.
is Serpent Spread for Hunters, Skull Bash for Druids, Teasing for Rogues, and then we get to Nip.
What is this? Engraved with Mind Seer. Ah, shit. So if I want to be Shadow DPS priest. Son of a bitch. Okay, so I actually do care about this. I wish they wouldn't have... Like, when they first announced runes, I figured it'd be like either class-specific quests, which, you know, they give you the freebie rune at like level 4, 5, or 6. I can't remember which. And then you can get some of the runes out in the wild just doing random stuff. But I do think it's kind of stupid that they've locked it, at least one for each class behind a rep grind. And then there was another one that was kind of sucky. There's somebody in Ratchet that you have to do like a quest series with, which isn't too bad. But then, okay, one sec on that. Anyways, that you have to do in Ratchet, and then from there, it also costs some gold. But that's not too bad because it's just quest change. You don't have to do any rep grind. At least not a shit one like this. What am I getting pinged on? All right, let's mute Discord. 3 hours, please. All right, let's finish this guy up.
Which gives priests minds here. This is extremely important, and I really didn't understand the importance of this until it came out on what the rune was for War.
I'm just thinking, this kind of sucks because you're gonna have to do this for any class you play that you need these runes for. So I'm gonna have to do this on my paladin. I'm gonna have to do this on my priest. Don't care about the druid. Granted, I'm still not sure if I'm going to do the druid or not. Okay. Maybe that's not too bad. It's only 2 classes that it looks like I'm going to have to do this with.
Warrior, and that's what I'm playing. And single-minded fury is just an absolute must-have for me in raid when dual wielding. So this is something that's really important, and I think a lot of people, I've been watching a lot of streams of people who are just like throwing them out, right? They're not even going back and handing them in. They're like deleting them out of their inventory for space, which is actually ridiculous. So it is a bit of a tedious mechanic and system. I don't fully
I would say really tedious.
understand why they did it the way they did. These items are unique and they're soulbound. Now I understand them being soulbound so people can
Yeah, that makes sense.
ton of them on the auction house and instantly max out their rep.
But then at the same time, I mean, Classic itself has some of those quests and rep grinds, right? I think like the Armani Trolls and stuff, right? Where you get like symbols or something and you turn them in, and those are things you can sell in the auction house. So there's precedence for that kind of stuff in Classic. So, I mean, I feel like they probably should have just let that be a thing then, right? That you could just collect and sell them. All right, swapping this guy back on now.
Maybe they should have been like unique 2 or unique 3, like you have 2 or 3 of them in your inventory.
That would be nice. I'd go with that.
Interrupts the leveling process. You could be out in the world questing, leveling, and you get one as soon as you land and start questing. Now you pick one up and you're like, okay, well now I need to go all the way back.
Yeah.
And put this in because I'm gonna end up getting another one while I'm out here questing. And you
It would be nice if they're gonna keep it to being like a unique one situation. I wish they would like make the turn-ins not just be major cities. Like keep the major city turn-ins, but also like I don't know, add them to inns. Just have an NPC at an inn that you can turn that into, because there's like at least one inn in like every zone, right? So like that would be so. I'd much rather be in Westfall, like, and run halfway across Westfall's map to the inn to turn it in, like, versus I have to go all the way back to Stormwind, and then same with a number of other places. Like that's so much nicer.
do really need this rep for right now, at least to honored. And even after you get honored, it's still going to cost you 4 gold, 50 silver.
Yeah, that's expensive.
Runes. So yeah, I just wanted to stress this to my community and anyone else who was wondering what the importance of these supply crates was. You really need to get to Honored with this rep if you want access to that room, which most people will. And a lot of them
Yeah.
aren't that hard to fill, like especially the level 10 ones. Getting to Friendly is going to be super easy, right? These are all very cheap. If you don't have the profession that it's asking you for, you literally just go to the auction house and you can pretty much fill any of these.
You see, I feel like this is where Hammer is out of touch here. It might be easy for him because either he's got the time to do the gold farming or he's got people to give him the gold and stuff to buy these things. But I've noticed as the last few days, you know, we're almost a week into Season of Discovery, things are going up in price. Like the first night I was playing, you know, there wasn't a lot of gold in the economy. I could literally get copper ore and bars for anywhere between 25 to 30 copper a stack if I wanted to buy them, which I did because I was leveling up some blacksmithing, and I had taken mining, of course, to make it easier on my paladin. But I grabbed those because they were cheap, and I had some extra silver at the time. I think I had about like 45 silver or something from questing and selling shit. So like that was a good deal. But now copper bars are like, I checked, I think it was, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. We'll go with 2 days ago. They had like tripled, almost quadrupled in price. So some of these things aren't going to be as easy as he thinks to fulfill. Granted, maybe he's like level 25 or something, and he's doing quests, and then quests apparently at 25 are treating you like you're at max level, so you're getting gold from those turn-ins. So maybe that's where he's coming from.
For like under 50 silver, and then hand it in and get that 6 silver reward and the rep. The way that the rep works, I can't really find any rhyme or reason to it. Sometimes I'll hand in one of these crates and I'll get 300 rep. Another time I'll hand in a crate and I'll get 800 rep, and those were just with level 10 supply.
Really?
So I'm really not sure what determines the way that
That's crazy. I've turned 3 of these in on my paladin, and I'm sitting at like 330 rep. So maybe I need to just take the hit and fill these things up.
average of how much they normally would cost, but it looks like things that are generally more expensive or crafted items actually give you more in reward.
Okay.
So that's something to note. I don't know exactly how it works yet,
Maybe this grind's not going to be as bad then.
but we're doing some testing. And
It's just going to be expensive probably though.
understand that these are super important if you want to get your hands on these runes, and also at Friendly you'll gain access to a 10 slot bag. It's 40
That's expensive though, man.
but then a couple of other pieces of gear as well. So these are
It just doesn't look worth it.
to make sure that you're maxing out your rep and doing this the most efficient way possible. Maybe in the future we're going to get some kind of a patch where they fix it so that you can hold like 2 or 3 so that it doesn't
That'd be great.
completely interrupt your leveling process. In my opinion, it is kind of bad game design. It doesn't
Just a bit.
really make sense the way that they did it. It's
Oh, that felt great. Been waiting for my back to crack all day.
but this is how it is. This is what it is. If you want to make sure you're doing this the most efficient way, actually hearth, get these crates filled, or just turn them in without filling them if you can't afford to fill it. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for you today. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. It really does help me out. And subscribe to
Alrighty.
the channel. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss the next time I post a video. And if you want to hang out with me live, I do stream on Twitch Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We've been
Alrighty, with that, I am in the game, so we're going to transition away from some of these videos.